Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is the channel Dctree-Nation, where we cover hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking the top 5 young Spurs players on the team right now, okay? And I just want to remind you that this is a list that is geared towards potential, not necessarily what have you done for me lately. Because if it was like that, several of these players probably would be low on the list. You know, I got some surprises with this list. I'm probably gonna make some people mad with this list, but I think it's legit, okay? Remember, this is based off of potential, not necessarily what have you done. Because if it was that, you would have Derek White and Murray somewhere at the top. But that's not necessarily the case, okay? So we're just gonna start off with number 5. Okay, at number 5, I'm going to put Luka at number 5. Although we don't know a whole lot about this guy. He did play a little bit in the bubble, but he's like a stretch 4, maybe a stretch 5 in today's NBA. He has a lot of potential, but he hasn't played a lot. So I honestly don't know a whole lot about him. But I do know he does have a skill set that the Spurs need. They need a three-point shooter, especially from a big man. They've been dependent on LaMarcus Aldridge at shooting threes. It would be nice to have another big man in there that can do that. Hurdle can't do that. So, seeing Luka, maybe as the future is, a good thing for the Spurs. Okay, I'm going to keep it going with number 4, and we have Dejounte Murray at number 4. And I know people are going to be mad that he's this low, but I do think he has somewhat peaked. He averaged 11 points per game, around 6 rebounds, 3 or 4 assists. I do think he can do better than that, and I think he's going to be a better defensive player. But I'm never going to see him as like a 20-point per game scorer or a big-time scorer. He's going to be more of a defensive guy, and he's going to be a starter on this team for years to come. But I'm not sure he's going to be an all-star. He's going to be a 15-point, 8-rebound type of guy. At number 3, I have Derek White, baby. Derek White is very explosive offensively. He's improving at a very strong rate. But again, I don't necessarily see him as all-star potential. He's a hard worker. He's a bulldog on defense. He's an underdog. And I would love for him to become an all-star, but I just don't see it in the cards. Now, do I see him being a Spur for a long time? Most definitely. Do I see him being a starter for this team? Most definitely. Maybe even a 6th man like Manu used to be. But I don't necessarily see him as like a star player at this point. Now, he may prove me wrong. He's been proving people wrong his entire career. So I would love to be wrong. So I got him at number 3. Remember now, before you kill me in the comments, this is about potential. Potential. And a little bit of what you've done for me lately, but mainly potential. Speaking of potential, number 2 on my list is Lonnie Walker. And I know a lot of fans have had bad things to say about Lonnie Walker because he didn't really play particularly great in the bubble. He was solid, but he wasn't great in the bubble. But potential-wise, when you think about his athletic ability, his vertical, his ability to dunk on people and make it to the basket with ease, if he can get consistency with that jump shot, with his 3-point shot, with his offense, and be decent defensively, because he has the tools to be great defensively, man, he could be a powerhouse, man. He could be a star player for the Spurs. He just has that potential, okay? He didn't get to play a lot, and I've had issue with that. He needs to play more so he can develop. Pop has to work on his developmental skills for players that are not superstars right off the bat. In my opinion, that's my opinion. But he has the potential to be a star, and I think he deserves to be number 2 on this list. Okay, number 1 on the list, you guessed it, is Mr. Kelden Johnson. And I got him number 1 on the list, remember, because of potential, because of his breakout performances in the bubble, the fact that he's giving me mad Kawhi vibes, the fact that he's a bulldog on offense, a bulldog on defense, a bulldog on offense in a way too, because he's going straight to the cup, taking the contact, putting it up, very fundamental type game, not overly flashy or anything like that, but he shows a strong level of athleticism, and he's gifted just like Kawhi. And I know people hate for me to bring Kawhi up, But I made a video about Kelden Johnson, the fact that their numbers for the first year are very similar. Although Kelden Johnson didn't play a lot, you know, he played 17 games. And again, I put that on Pop, you know, trying to, you know, run with the veterans a little bit too long. 20 games too long, to be honest. But Kelden Johnson was doing work, you know, in Austin with the Austin Spurs. He was tearing it up. I think he was averaging almost 30. If I'm correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Almost 30 points a game, 25, 30 points per game against that competition. Then he comes into the bubble, averages around 14, 15 points. Man, he really showed potential. He has a wonderful work ethic. That's something else Kawhi had. You know, I know we have issues with Kawhi, obviously, in Spurs Nation, but Kawhi didn't have that strong work ethic, at least when he first came to the Spurs, okay? And Kelden Johnson is mirroring that. So for him to show this potential year one and not being Pop's doghouse for essentially the, you know, foreseeable future, I'm real optimistic about, you know, him being a star, an all-star at least. Okay, so this is the list, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you agree, if you disagree. You know, all comments are welcome. Remember, we're just having fun. The Spurs aren't in the playoffs. You know, NBA still is going on. I might do some videos on that, but hey, we make do with what we have. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out some of the other videos. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thanks for taking time out your day to hang with your boy. All right, guys. Peace.